Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. It is Friday. I do have the numbers for you today. I should say I will have the numbers for you today. It's my day 260. I'm reporting the numbers from the Victoria condominium here in Vero Beach at Indian River Shores. I have some numbers for you up here. These are the numbers like the Dow will be. You'll see the Dow over here, but I won't give you that until the end of the day. 21 days until Christmas, 28 days left in this year, 65 days till the Super Bowl, which will be in Tampa on February the 7th. I have a little bit of bad news to report. In fact, I have a lot of bad news today. I hate to do this, but I want to lead off with something that's probably more important than anything to the people who live at Victoria. One of our good friends and neighbors here at Victoria, Ron Dumoulin, was stricken with COVID-19 last week. He's up in Michigan, and he went into the hospital. He was on a ventilator. The good news is he came off the ventilator, was breathing on his own for about 12 to 15 hours, and unfortunately, Mr. COVID decided he was going to take a turn for the worse, and right now, Ron is doing very poorly, and the projection of his recovery is slim right now, and our prayers are with him, and we would like to remember Ron Dumoulin, who lives here, and he's still with us. He's not gone yet, but the prognosis is not good, and we want to remember Ron right now, and everybody should perhaps pray for him. I also want to remind you something. Yesterday I did a video from Rhonda's Seafood Place over at Royal Palm Point, and she has a little prayer book there, and you can go in there, and if you would like to have people pray for you or your friends or somebody you know, a loved one, you can put that information in there and people will do it. I understand that book has traveled all the way around the world several times, so we're going to put Ron Dumoulin in the prayer book as well. So just keep him in your thoughts and prayers, if you will. I remind you once again about these school zones. Don't forget now, you're not going to see a school zone on Saturday and Sunday, of course, when you're watching this. But remember next week, and I don't know, I guess school will go on next week. And they have strange days of school. Some days they're having schools and some days they're not over there. I don't know exactly what the schedule is. Remember, it is 20 miles per hour, only 20 miles per hour, not 22, 23. We have to protect our children out there. That means school zones not just here on Beachland Boulevard, but all over the area within the sound of my voice. Don't forget to get the flu shot, and you know what's coming. Don't forget to push the like button. I would appreciate that very much. We have an awful lot of things to cover today, so I'm going to dive right into them. I may not do the shout-outs at the end of this video just because there's so many things to talk about today, but I'm working on a whole new shout-out scheme here, which has pictures of a lot of the pets and the people that are involved in the shout-outs. I've gotten a lot of really, really nice emails from people who appreciate me recognizing them for watching the video. Okay, COVID-19 cases are exploding again here in Florida, with 10,870 new infections reported by the health department on Thursday. That's the most number of cases on a single day since the state reported 12,199 on July the 25th. New infections dropped after that, leveling off to about 2,300 cases a day during the first week of October. Case totals have been rising this week, with 6,659 new infections on Monday, followed by 8,847 on Tuesday and 9,994 on Wednesday. The statewide positivity rate for new infections has been between 8 and 9% this week, and as you know, above 5%. Well, that's 5% is considered having it under control, but that's supposed to be for 14 consecutive days. Now, from a nationwide standpoint, the nation on Wednesday set a pandemic record with over 2,800 COVID-19 deaths in a single day, according to an updated tally released by Johns Hopkins University. The U.S. also recorded 200,000 new cases for the second time in a week. This is really terrible. Everybody gets upset with me because, Crider, all you ever do is report doom and gloom. I would love to be talking about it. It's all over. It's getting all over. We're on down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. Well, unfortunately, we're not doing that. We're going up. We're going up. We're going up. We have to be very careful. And I can't say too much about this holiday season. We have to be really careful. My goodness gracious, this is, I say it every day. Only you can slow down and prevent this COVID from spreading, this COVID virus from spreading. Only you can do that. It has nothing to do with the president or the governor or anybody else. You know, you just can't live a normal life at the moment. You can't do that. You can't go out and hang out at bars and do all the things that you used to do. I say it every day. At this time, the number of Americans hospitalized with COVID-19 topped 100,000 for the first time, according to the COVID Tracking Project. The figure has more than doubled over the past month. The reality is December, January, and February are going to be rough times. I actually believe they are going to be the most difficult times in the public health history of the nation. That was said by Dr. Robert Redfield, head of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, on Wednesday. Again, I say this. The reality is December, January, and February are going to be rough times. I actually believe they're going to be the most difficult times in the public health history of our nation. Did you hear that? Please remember that. Please understand it. I hate to preach, but good heavens, it's going up, and we're the ones that are causing it to go up. Residents of long-term care facilities will be the first to receive the COVID virus vaccine, according to a rollout plan unveiled late last week by Governor Ron DeSantis. Once vaccines are approved, they will go in order to people living in long-term care facilities, healthcare workers in high-risk environments, and people 65 and older, and those with pre-existing medical conditions, he said. President Donald Trump's vaccine czar said officials feel confident they'll have more and more vaccines each of the following months. He expects 60 million doses in January, 100 million in February. And as of the end of February, we'll have potentially immunized 100 million people, which is really more or less the size of the significant at-risk population, the elderly, the healthcare workers, the first-time line workers, and people with comorbidity, he said. All right, we're going to move on to something a little bit lighter now. The county reports above average sea turtle nesting on the barrier island beaches. During the 2020 season, we would have expected around 250 nests. We were happily surprised to record a total of 1,154. That compares to 2,378 in 2019, 235 in 2018. An off year like 2020 was expected to be. The turtle season here on the barrier island is April through October the 31st. Alrighty, folks, what about MaxJet? We've heard so much about MaxJet. Would you get on a MaxJet? They're beginning to fly again. And my answer is absolutely no question about it. I would rather fly on a MaxJet than any other plane in the sky. And why is that? This is probably the most tested aircraft in the sky today. This airplane has been gone over with a microscope every inch of the way because they cannot afford to get it wrong, and they won't get it wrong. And it wasn't just Boeing. It was dozens and dozens and hundreds and thousands of other people, including the FAA, and everybody else was involved in it. And you can be sure that that is going to be a very, very, very safe aircraft. Don't even give it a second thought to get on the MaxJet. It's a wonderful aircraft. And you can be sure that this is going to fly very safely in the foreseeable future. All right, here's something interesting. If you're thinking about going to Aspen, Colorado for the holidays, which is probably not a really good idea, they do have some requirements to go to Aspen. That could be if you have a second home up there. An affidavit requiring visitors to acknowledge that they have come to the area with a negative COVID-19 test and understand the local public health orders are being prepared for mass distribution in Pitkin County, so the lodges and businesses are prepared for its implementation as of December the 14th. The affidavit will include confirmation that a visitor has had a negative test within the past 72 hours of travel or will quarantine upon arrival either for 14 days or until they obtain a negative test result at the Pitkin County Hospital at the cost of the individual. So if you're going to go there, you're going to have a test to indicate that you've been tested and you've been tested negative, or you're going to be quarantined for 14 days. This is going to be very, very similar to the vaccinations. Eventually, they're going to require, I guess, this is my prediction, they're going to require people to have vaccination certificates. Only you can slow down this pandemic. I'm going to keep saying it again. Only you can slow down this pandemic. Positivity rates are up. The deaths are up. And the testings are up. So bad, bad, bad. Hopefully by December the 10th, we will have the approval to use the vaccine and they will begin to administer it. And then it's just a question of time as to how fast we can get it out there. It's going to be really a race to the finish line. I have the weather forecast now for the Treasure Coast. That's Vero Beach, Fort Pierce, and Stewart. Warmer today. For Friday, about a 4% chance of rain, a mix of clouds and sunshine early, followed by cloudy skies in the late afternoon, high 77 degrees, wind south-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then tonight, Friday night, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 63. Winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then on Saturday, we have a 22% chance of rain, partly to mostly cloudy, high 76. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As I said, I'm not going to do any shout-outs today because I have so many other things that we have to do. Reminding you about the new little video that I made for Rhonda's Seafood. It's the first time I had ever been to Rhonda's Seafood place. Isn't that terrible? I mean, I'm ashamed to admit it. She's been there for 8 years. What an interesting group of people she has working over there. She has several gals working with her. She has a fabulous little store, all fresh seafood. She didn't just decide to go into the seafood business. She's been in it ever since she was a little kid down in Fort Pierce. And they had a business down there for many, many years, like decades down there before they came up here. If anybody knows anything about seafood, it's Rhonda. Rhonda's Seafood, 29 Royal Palm Point here in Vero Beach. I'll put the phone number up here, 772-473-6388. No, I don't get paid for this. This is not a commercial. I just like the feel of going in there. This is a very funny thing she said. She said, we treat you like family when you come in here. And I said, well, isn't that nice? It's very nice. She says, yeah, we're really nice to you the first time you come in. Then after that, we really treat you bad, just like normal family, right? That was a joke, of course. You understand that. We are expecting that the beach market may be reopening December the 18th. They still have the produce and the pre-prepared food truck there. It's open every morning from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. I think the hours are a little bit different on Saturday, but it is there. You can call them. They prepare the food. You can come out and pick it up. They have a nice menu of things, plus they have a lot of produce and so forth you can go down and pick up. It's nothing like the market was. Of course it's not because it's outside, but hopefully the market will get back into operation. As we have said so many times, you know, we don't do all of our shopping at Beach Market, or most of us don't do all our shopping there. However, boy, do we miss the beach market, because every time you run out of something, you say, I'll just run down to Beach Market and get it. And it hasn't been available to us since they closed down for this $2.5 million renovation. So we'll be very glad to see them back in operation. Okay, let's jump into the numbers right away. I may just end at the end of the numbers today because the numbers come in late, and I'll try to do better tomorrow and give you some more information. I'm working on these shout-outs. I have a bunch of other things I'm working on that I would like to show you as well. So if I don't get a chance to say goodbye, I'll say have a really great and blessed day today on Friday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Saturday. And here come the numbers. Keep your fingers crossed that we're going to get some good numbers. Alrighty, folks, here we go on Friday, December the 4th. I got these numbers at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And unfortunately, I have to report that the deaths are really up. Now we're at 120 new deaths in the past 24 hours. That's 20 more than yesterday. Yesterday it was 103. And as far as the positives are concerned, 10,177. It is down a little bit from yesterday. Yesterday it was 10,870. It's down by 693. That's not a significant amount, but any amount down is always good. But this death business at 123, this is not good at all. Let's take a look at the positivity rate for the entire state of Florida. Now, it has been worse. It's 7.48. That's supposed to be under 5%, and it's supposed to be under 5% for 14 days in a row, and we haven't seen that for a long, long time. Miami-Dade, 20 new deaths in the past 24 hours, 2,505 new positives. The positivity rate is 8.18. In Broward County, that's Fort Lauderdale, 4 new deaths to report, 1,112 new positives, and the positivity rate is 7.41. In Palm Beach County, 10 new deaths to report, 630 new positives. The positivity rate there is 6.79. Up in Orange County in Orlando, no new deaths to report. That's a very good thing. 601 new positives. The positivity rate up in Orange County is 6.43. Brevard County, which is Melbourne, one new death to report, 168 new positives. The positivity rate there is 7.12. That's down immensely from yesterday. It was like over 10%, if I'm not mistaken. And then in St. Lucie County, 2 new deaths to report, 94 new positives. The positivity rate is 5.85. Well, at least we're in the fives. Now, in Martin County, 1 new death to report, 35 new positives. Look at this positivity rate now. We're down into the 4s here, 4.20. That's good. We'd love to see those 4s and less than 5. In Indian River County, no new deaths to report, no new deaths here in Indian River County, 43 new positives. However, of those 43 new positives, 9 of those are in zip code 32960, 5 are on the barrier island here in zip code 32963, and 7 are in zip code 32967. Now let's take a look over here with the 7-day moving averages. This is the worst number we've had in a long time. That number happens to be 91.29, down from 81.43. The previous day it was 74.43. The previous day it was 73.86. It was 72 and 71, and now it's 91.29. That means that approximately 91 people have passed away each day for the past 7 days as a result of COVID-19 in the entire state of Florida. Alrighty, now we're going to take a look at the graph, and I show you this graph every day just so you have a feel for what's going on with these new cases. And this is from the very, very beginning, March the 12th, through yesterday. Check this out. Look at these very, very high numbers way over here. These are really big. As you can see, here is one at 10,870, and there was another one in here at 10,670. I did tell you about that 10,670. That number was a result of 2 days right around Thanksgiving. But nonetheless, as you can see, look at the upswing. I'm just not making up this bad news at the end of the year. Not so at all. Please, trust me. Come on here. Now, I'll click this on so you can see how it's being averaged out. Even with the 7-day moving averages, it's averaging higher, and we don't like that. A lot of deaths, not good at all. Let's go down here and take a look at the death chart now. Once again, you can see where we were down here. We were in under 100, up down in the 50s, and we were down pretty low over here. And all of a sudden, we're starting to go back up again. And we had one there at 108, and the one for today is not in there. But here we'll apply the 7-day moving averages. Yes, it's down, and we have been under 100. But now we're going to have 3 days so far in this month that are over 100 deaths during the 24-hour period. So I keep saying again and again and again, we are the only ones that can make this thing slow down. We are the only ones that can do it. Going out, being about, hanging out at bars, going to places where there are a lot of people, congregating with strangers, you just absolutely don't know where Mr. COVID is hanging out. And he's everywhere, and you just don't know where he is, and this is a very bad thing. All right, we're going to go back up here, and I'm going to show you the United States, so stand by. Okay, here we are in the last 48 hours, and we're going to look at the United States. Illinois, 228 new deaths in the past 48 hours. Texas, 224. Let me give the entire United States first. Is 2,923 for the whole United States for the 48 hours ago. Texas was 224. Pennsylvania was in third place with 206. Michigan was in fourth place with 193. California in fifth place with 145. Colorado in sixth place with 127. We were at 103 48 hours ago in seventh place. New York was in eighth place with 101. Minnesota was in 10th place with 92. Ohio was in 11th place with 82. Georgia, our neighbor state, was in 13th place with 81. Missouri was in 14th place with 77. Iowa was in 15th place with 73. Jersey, look at Jersey. Oh, my goodness gracious. Danny, I got to hear from you here, man. You're up to 62. 62 48 hours ago. Wisconsin in 18th place with 60. In Indiana, 19th place with 60. Let's go down a little bit further. Massachusetts, 21st place with 50. Maryland, 22nd place with 49. Let's go down a little bit further and take a look at Kentucky. Kentucky was in 28th place with 34. Mississippi in 31st place with 28. Wyoming was in 32nd place with 27. We'll go down to Connecticut was in 37th place with 20. Utah, 38th place with 20. Scratch that. Utah, 39th place with 11. Oregon was in 38th place with 20. Rhode Island in 43rd place with 9. New Hampshire was in 46th place with 2. And then we had Maine in 48th place with 2. Vermont in 49th place with 1. Kansas had nothing. And Delaware had nothing. And those are the numbers for the entire United States 48 hours ago. Now let's take a look at what we refer to as the global view. These are the really huge numbers. I hate these numbers. These are awful numbers. USA cases, 14,249,105. USA deaths, 277,693. Global cases, this is the worst number of all, 65,627,738. And global deaths, 1,514,034. Alrighty, folks, those are the numbers for today. That's all I'm going to do for you today. Tomorrow, I hope I will be able to do more. It's a busy day, and now that they're bringing these numbers in at 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's right in the middle of another project I'm involved in and have been involved in, so it gets a little busy here at this time of day. Tomorrow, I hope to do it a little bit better, but thank you very much for watching. Have a very blessed Friday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Saturday.